When I watched the Amazing Digital Circus episode 5, it re-obsessed me with Digital Circus. It felt like I had just watched the pilot for the first time all over again. I don't know why, I just liked how it wasn't too heavily focused on character or plot this time. And it was just way too fun watching these characters go on multiple adventures in one episode. It was a very welcome break to have after the last episodes were starting to get a bit deeper with the show's themes. But now that the series is almost concluded, let's revisit episode 5 to see if it is still, in fact, my favorite Digital Circus episode. I'm drinking Coca-Cola out of a Pepsi cup. I'm gonna get cancelled from this video. Why do these episodes always open with the best OST? Okay, yeah, so right off the bat, I'm pausing. The animation is too much. I mentioned this in the last episode of my retrospective, where I think episode 4 is where they struck the perfect animation for this show, where it wasn't quite like the pilot, where it was a little bit too overstimulating, but when it wasn't quite as much as the show is like now, where things can almost be photorealistic, and it just doesn't really line up with the earlier episodes.
Looks like this one was a home run, eh?
Oh, Zooble, you mismatched cash piano, I'll tear you to pieces! Constructive criticism would be greatly appreciated.
But never acknowledged.
That's it! Everybody besides Zooble, get over here!
This is also the episode where I started to realize that Kane is getting quite fed up. I've never seen him quite this angry before. So this was also the point where I was kind of wondering what direction the show is going to go in. I think my heart was saying, I don't want Kane to be evil because I like Kane. He's lovable and nice and friendly. But then my head was telling me, nah, he's probably gonna lose his mind, which I thought was a cool concept, because one thing about this show is that the characters go quite insane as events unfold, and it would be kind of cool to see Kane, the omnipotent figure, kind of be in the same shoes as them, just from a different perspective.
Alright, so I've got an adventure where you all tour my amazing magic chocolate factory.
Oh, he drew the S on his notepad. I've never noticed that before. I've never drawn that in my life.
They all sound a little dark.
I can't tell a compelling story where nothing bad happens. Where's the intrigue, the stakes?
Not to mention the sex appeal.
Oh, yeah, we can't forget.
What are you
we
talking
can't forget.
about?
I honestly didn't hate the last one we did.
Yeah, I really didn't mind that one either.
What about the rest of you?
Oh,
I very much did not enjoy that
back
one
on.
in the slightest.
Really
And if we ever do anything even close to that again, I'm getting violent,
normally
and I'm
never
going
say.
to kill Ragatha.
Well, how am I gonna please everybody if you all—
Oh, wait a minute. Okay, hold on. One very, very likely outcome that the final episode could be is Jax becomes like the final antagonist. He becomes the overarching villain of the series. Is that foreshadowing? I'm getting violent and I'm going to kill Ragatha? Was that line foreshadowing for the final episode? I swear to God, if episode 9 goes down that direction of Jax just becoming pure evil, oh man, I'm gonna freaking bust in the cinema. Oh God, I shouldn't have said that.
We'll do a lightning round, going through all the suggestions in the suggestion box in rapid succession. And if you don't like one, you can all vote to skip it.
What? Like, now?
That's right.
Oh, this is
so
nice.
grab your bones and pop your pansies, cause here we go!
What does pop your pansies mean? And why did he wiggle his eyebrows when he I say eyebrows, his top row of teeth, when he said that? I do not like that one bit.
Hi everyone! In today's episode of Poach Everything, I'm going to be hunting the critically endangered red ribbon rhinoceros. Ah, just like Mom used to make.
This is also where the show's humor peaked too. There's so many jokes and visual gags just stuffed into this one episode. And it's a very good reason why this one was my favorite, because I was talking in the pilot that I like how the show felt like it could be something very real. It wasn't just being set up as like a creepypasta for theory bait to only be made out of it. The show actually spent time to develop the characters with all their little quirks and tons of jokes and side plots within the episodes. And this episode just does what the pilot did, where it just felt like a normal TV show, except without any of the plot or lore development. Because not only that, we also get every single character, like, interacting with each other. Not one of them is left out of the adventures. I feel like if Digital Circus was like a show running across multiple seasons on like Cartoon Network or Disney XD or something like that, most of the episodes would feel kind of like this one. Just not really much to them, just some filler bullshit going on with the characters, but it would be entertaining as fuck.
Wait, what? Why me?
I thought a position of power suited you.
Oh my god, are these all gonna be Jax's ideas?
Well, Miss President, it looks like there are some new developments in the ongoing war between Australia and New Zealand. We may need to take in some refugees.
There's no war going on
What
here.
do you think?
I hope not. Actually, no, that's a lie. Australia and New Zealand have been at war for donkeys, bro. We created Pavlova. No, we created Pavlova.
Come down here for a sec. We all got briefs on our characters. I'm your assistant.
Oh yeah, I didn't give you one because I wanted to see what you'd do.
Thanks, Jax.
I'm not Jax.
Oi, mate! I'm an Australian extremist, and I've come to detonate this bomb that'll release all the world's deadliest spiders into... Did I pick a bad time?
His acting is phenomenal. It's hard to believe he's vegan.
Hi! I'm a New Zealand extremist, and I don't know what New Zealanders threaten people with.
Do you want to hear what that audio file of Bubbles sounded like before it was distorted? Yeah, I actually found the behind-the-scenes tweet. Thank you, Gooseworks.
Yeah, there's nothing more fun than being back in school.
Just give it a chance, Jax. Jeez.
There's nothing wrong with your suggestion.
How did you know this was my suggestion?
Can you believe this, Pomni? First she draws anime, now she drags us all into one. She must be one of them, losers.
You threw me out of a moving truck.
All right, class. Today, we're gonna learn the popular foreign language known as English.
This is boring. I vote we skip it.
Shut up.
Funny, I listened to all of the dubs recreating that foreign language joke.
Slice of life animes are the worst ones. It's embarrassing. I mean, I guess it's not as embarrassing as that time Gangle took an anime figure and...
Yeah, let's skip it, that's fine. Let's skip this one.
How would Gangle have even filled the jar? With what?
Can I finally relax?
Pomni's hat is my
I
favorite.
guess so, but I prefer a little bite to my adventures.
Then why don't you help yourself to a side?
Oh, I think it's been confirmed now that this was Kinga's adventure. I'd always wondered whose adventure this was. It wasn't a character's that's no longer in the show. It's Kinga's.
Her comedy mask still breaks every day. Does she think hanging out with Zubul is gonna magically fix that?
Maybe she just doesn't want to hang out with someone who's mean to her all the time.
She likes when I'm mean to her, though.
I didn't think you cared about what other people like.
No, yeah, you're right. I don't.
So remember I said before that this episode feels the closest to how, like, just a regular episode of the show would feel if it was, like, a long-running show? That's why I also like the character development in this one the most. Now, here's the thing. I kind of like the fact that the character development in this episode was so much lighter than the previous episodes, because the previous episodes, I'm not complaining here, I liked the character development, but it was very obviously, like, in your face, the messages and the struggles that the characters were going through, and I think that's mainly because Goose had a very limited amount of episodes that she could work with. She had to use the most of each episode to give each individual character as much development as she could. Whereas if it was a long-running show spread out across multiple seasons, I feel like the character development would feel more like this, where it is a little bit more lighter and a little less heavy, like with this or with this. And that's another reason why I think I like this episode a lot more, is because, you know, the character stuff is just a tiny bit more subtle. Yes, it is still just them, like, sitting around and talking with each other, but like I just said, it's not in your face as much. And also Jax and Ragatha, I think their development is probably my most favorite in the show. Kinga is definitely the most emotional, but these guys, in terms of like the way they portray it in the episodes, the way they deliver it, I think it's the most well done, because like I said, it's much more subtle and it ties in much better with what's actually going on in the episodes, and I kind of like it. At the end of both of these videos, I'll talk about why I feel I relate to Jax and Ragatha a little bit as well, because I think that's another reason I like it so much.
Do you have any actual friends?
Not anymore. Oh, wait, no. I'm sorry. I wasn't talking about that. That wasn't meant to be. Hey, Kinger! Did you see the fireflies all the way over there?
What was that about?
It's nothing. Who cares?
Okay, listen, so... Oh my god, I'm probably gonna get absolutely sliced when I say this, but I don't think what she said was that bad, because I don't think she said that in kind of a way where it was like a bit of a dig at Jax, you know? Because Pomni asked the question and she answered it, and yeah, it was harsh, but it was true, you know? She told the truth, and obviously the result of that was Jax was hurt. So I'm not going to criticize Jax for being hurt by that remark she made, even though I don't think she intended for it to be quite that hurtful. But it was, so in the end, I think she still should have apologized to him. But what I'm saying is that I think that the argument there is equal, you know? I don't think Ragatha's statement was really that awful, but at the same time, Jax felt hurt, so she should have done the Ragatha thing, and she should have maybe apologized to him a little bit. But that wouldn't have made a difference anyway, you know? It was just a situation of irrational thinking and awkward moments.
Doesn't she get on your nerves sometimes?
I mean, she's nice to everyone.
I don't know. I think she tries way too hard. Like, we're stuck in... Why are you always pretending everything's always fine? Like, if you tell someone they're loved and appreciated every day, it just kind of loses all meaning. It just feels like she's trying to take advantage of you, you know? I don't know.
Yeah, and that's another thing as well. That's why... So I've said it multiple times how I feel I relate to Jax and Ragatha. I know, it's a very unlikely pair of characters to feel related to, because it feels like with most people in the fandom, you either relate to one or the other, because they're two complete opposites, right? And I understand that, because they are. But in terms of the argument between them, I don't think either of them are right or wrong, you know? I don't think Ragatha's philosophy is necessarily incorrect, and then I don't think Jax's philosophy is incorrect. Yes, I know he's a horrible twat and he does all these things to these people, but I'll touch on this a lot more later on in this episode and maybe in the next one. I'll kind of explain little bits of it as I go along, and then I'll try concluding it off by explaining the whole situation.
Also, she's dumb and she looks weird.
Think we all look weird.
Excuse you.
I think that's the first time we've actually seen him had to put on his persona after acting a little bit more real.
When would that have even...
Oh, I love Ragatha and Kinga talking over there with the fireflies. I think Kinga might have been lucid.
I think after this, maybe we could...
Wait a minute! That's a bad thing!
Explain to Daddy Bubble how bad thing.
I think that... Don't say that. I think they're enjoying the suggestion box adventures more than the me adventures. What should I do?
You should die. You should throw a beach party.
I'm not pausing
Why do
the
you
scene.
swear now? Ugh, forget it. Let's go to an intermission.
This is my most favorite scene in the entire show. I watch this over and over again. It's unhealthy. Welcome.
Welcome to the Digital Circus. Digital Circus.
doing right now?
We're intermissioning!
Why? Hello?
And now back to the show.
Thank you, Goose. That's even better, the fact that Bubble said that, because it's Goose who voices him. One cool thing about the intermission scene is that it's right smack bang in the middle of the show, and I'm talking about the entire series. We're in episode 5, which is halfway through the series, and halfway through episode 5, we get this intermission sequence. So we had the intro in the pilot at the beginning, obviously. We've had the intermission scene right in the center of the entire series, and then hopefully we'll have like a special kind of outro at the end. Or maybe not.
Well, I'm calling a vote to turn Zubul into a slug.
Everyone voted against that.
Who hate it?
I wonder what Kane's drink is. It looks kind of similar to Pomni's.
Dickens out there.
Hey guys,
It's raining like the what, Kinga?
I'll have
What do you
a
know about
cosmopolitan.
Dickens?
Give me a corncob blitz.
I'll throw something together.
Do they even have corn
You
here?
know your way around alcohol, huh?
Yeah, this was one of my suggestions. I worked at a bar briefly.
Oh, I love
like
it.
making drinks.
Wait. Digital Cane Berry.
Was one.
Oh my god, I love that. Kane has his own brand of alcohol.
What's your story then?
I thought you'd never ask. Well, after my lung cancer diagnosis,
Yep,
me and my
yep.
junkie associate from a chemistry class I used to teach
Yeah, I
started-
figured. How about you, Gangle?
Hey, I wasn't done.
If you're gonna make shit up, at least be creative about it. I know what you're referencing.
Was that a reference to something?
You see, I knew this was terrible because I was in the same boat as Ragatha after she said that because I didn't know what that was referencing either.
I know what you're referencing.
Was that a reference to something?
Oh yeah, was that a reference to something? I now know it's Breaking Bad, obviously, but the only thing I knew about Breaking Bad is that it was about Walter and Jesse cooking.
I worked in fast food.
What are you drawing there, Gangle, dude?
A bartender and a tattoo artist? You're killing me here, Zuby.
What do you mean when you say that? Do you have, like, an actual point, or are you just talking?
He's just talking.
I'm just having fun. I forgot you hate
You could definitely tell he's a little bit pissed in this scene.
I guess I'll go now.
The way he's acting and
Jeez, where to
slumping,
start?
slouching.
I was born into a fairly wealthy family. We had a large property with horses and chickens, and my mother, well, my mother was a lot. I worked in real estate for a bit until I ended up here.
That's just something I've realized. This is, I'm gonna get a little bit ahead of myself here, but again, don't know what's gonna happen in the final episode. We're probably gonna find out, but so far we have had more development on the digital circus itself than the characters. I thought the first thing we were gonna find out in terms of lore was like how the characters actually ended up here. No, we've had more, like, backstory on the origin of Kane and CNA and all of that than we actually know about the characters themselves, which I think is quite a cool subversion, if you ask me. I think it's kind of cool that, you know, we've had so much time developing, like, I don't know, the emotions of the characters or whatever, but not quite their backstories as much. And then yet we know more about the lore with the digital circus more than their individual lore.
I certainly don't miss the yelling, and the braiding, and guilt tripping.
Braiding, bro. Ugh,
And the-
I don't like the sound of that.
Yeah, just kind of a farm girl. Nothing too out of the ordinary.
And no.
And see, that's also interesting too. That look that Jax gave right there, I wonder what that means. Is it just the simple thing? He just feels sympathetic for her, just a little bit of sympathy? Or could it mean something else? Like, does he relate to it, maybe? Did him and Ragatha have the same situation of more like harsh parents, but they've just ended up as two completely different people because of it? That's a topic that's always interested me, is the whole nature versus nurture topic. And I think it's really awesome when media kind of discusses it. I think that's a pretty cool argument for this show between Jax and Ragatha.
Never better.
Do you guys know about his wife?
Huh?
My what? Oh.
What?
That's disappearing guy. That's just what he does.
Sweet.
I see.
By the way, Pomni, sorry about the whole president thing.
I love that look she's giving. She's keeping a very close eye on him.
Apologizing?
Wow, the first steps of a budding friendship. Right, Ragatha?
Hey, Pomni. Remember when Kaufmo smashed me against the walls and I got all jumbled up? All things considered, that was pretty funny, right?
No, not really.
Oh, yeah, no. Sorry, that was probably pretty traumatic for you.
Oh, remember when you got high at McDonald's and told Gangle to kill herself? No, that was fun.
I love Kinga's nod of reassurance in the background, even though he wasn't there, so as far as he's concerned, that could have very well happened.
On board! Let's go to the next adventure!
But you're not even a part of.
It's softball, ladies and gentlemen! We've got the Big Tops playing against the evil Big Tops!
Sup, I'm Evil Pomni.
This was something I never thought I needed in my life. I actually love the evil characters more than the originals. I'd love to see a show just based around these guys. A spin-off Digital Circus. The evil Digital Circus.
Wasn't him.
But first, let's welcome our special guest, here to sing the American National Anthem.
Oh, say. All right, team. I may not know what's going on, or who is going on.
Let's go,
or
Kinga!
When is going on, or why
Let's
is going
go,
on.
Kinga!
I do know where is going on.
Yes!
And it's out on that
He knows
field.
where
so
is going
let's
on.
Go break some tailbones, team.
As long as you know where is going on, you will always make it through life.
Well, hello, stupid Gatha.
Stupid
I hope
Gatha.
You're ready to get completely annihilated. Nobody loves you, and you're going to die someday. We can't exactly die.
Wow, evil Ragatha is just the best. Evil Pomni is also the best.
Out. You're out, dumb.
Damn it.
Okay, so I'm gonna be honest here. I think this was the point of the episode where I'd had enough. I didn't quite enjoy the softball adventure as the rest of them. I think it's just because I'm not interested in softball at all. But even on my least favorite of the adventures, it still gives me something of value to love. That being the evil interpretations of the characters.
Get owned!
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Look at Kangle's face.
Wait,
I'm gonna
what's that?
make Jax.
What the heck? Who did this? You!
Gangle's smile is so cute. Gangle's little laugh.
Jax, that.
I'm gonna kill you when this is over.
Oh wait, I just realized, was Kinga's hand still stuck to the bat when Jax grabbed it?
I'm gonna kill you when this
It is, dude. I've never noticed that before.
I'm not doing this anymore.
Wait, Jax. What about where is going on?
I know, Kinga! Jax! What about where?
Oh look, Gangle's up to bat. How do you think this is gonna go?
Would you stop trying to force her to act like you?
Oh yeah, I should force her to be happy all the time instead, right?
Well, it's better than turning her into some insensitive jerk who deflects everything.
I can think for myself, guys.
There's also a tiny little thing that I relate to with Pomni. There's something that they've brought up in a lot of these episodes with Pomni is that she wants to feel her age. She doesn't like being undermined. And, you know, sometimes I feel that way a little bit. I don't like feeling undermined. I think the only reason I relate to that a little bit is because all of us can, you know? I don't think any of us like feeling that we're undermined or incapable of thinking or feeling or doing things for ourselves.
All right, Pomni, you're up.
Hey, Ragatha. You want to bat for me instead?
What the hell that reaction was.
I guess I could. If you really don't...
Remember when I said at the beginning of the episode that I like how the character growth is just a little more subtle and it's more focused on just the fun adventures? I think that's the reason I like this softball game the least out of any of the other adventures, because it's when we start to get, like I said before, a little bit more in your face with all of the character shish again.
Bazowie-zoo-wee-wah! Another home run!
Yeah, Kane just wants to go home.
And that makes 3 home runs in a row! The Big Tops win!
The evil Big Tops had 57 home runs, and then they took them away as soon as fucking Ragatha got 3 out of nowhere.
Well, I hope we all learned that suggestion box ideas are actually not fun at all, and Kane's ideas are much better.
Well, some of them were pretty okay.
I kind of liked the low-stakes ones.
I thought the first 2 were awesome. The rest, Oh yeah, Pomni. I can show you that thing in the hall I was talking about.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Oh, Pom-Pom. I also love this scene too because it's showing me that the show is going to start getting serious with its plot, and I'm excited to see it. I was excited to see it. So, is episode 5 still my favorite? Yeah, it definitely is. Like I said, I love just how much more nicer the adventures feel. You know, we're not focusing so much on the characters and their friggin' therapy talks or whatever. I like how we're just having a little bit more fun with some character drama just going on in the background. That's up until the softball adventure. I feel like that's when we started to get really overly serious with the characters again. But again, it's not that bad because, you know, it's still fun to watch. There's still some funny things that go on. And I also like the character growth that goes on in this episode. Like I said, I think Ragatha and Jax are probably my favorite characters to discuss in the show. But I think my ranking at the moment, it's episode 5 first, then episode 3, then episode 2, which is in a close to 3, on like the border to being on par with 3 almost, and then episode 4, and then the pilot comes last. I said before that at the end of the video, I'll discuss my relations to Jax and Ragatha. I'll talk about Ragatha in this video, as this is meant to be her focus episode. Ragatha's problem in this show is she feels that she tries too hard to put on a persona to connect with people, and because of that, she just ends up pushing them away even more. I did the exact same thing when I was younger. I thought that in order to make friends with people, I had to be something that I wasn't. And as they got to know me better, they'd end up hating me or wanting nothing to do with me. In my case, it was a little more attention-seeking than people-pleasing, but it's the same general concept. But the biggest problem in both of our cases is that a lot of that stuff, we really just make it up in our heads. We actually end up hating ourselves even more than we think everyone else hates us. As I've reflected on all of this, I've realized that this is just a part of life. People are gonna come and go. Not everyone is gonna be your best buddy. Not because you need to be different to who you are, but just because that's just the way the world works. What I'm trying to say is don't overthink things. Don't try so hard to be someone else, and just be yourself. Do whatever feels natural to you, as long as you are satisfied. Even if that is putting on a mask to be happier or more pleasant around people. I said it last episode, being disingenuous is such a normal thing that we all do in life. But like I said, you don't have to force yourself to do anything. Just do what feels right to you, and you only. Along the way, you will naturally create new connections with people, and like I said, some might stay for a long time and others might move on. There will be times in your life where you will feel lonely or left out, but don't think it's because no one likes you, because that's just not true. This is all stuff that I've learned by watching this and reflecting on it with my own experiences. And through that, I've grown to feel much more satisfied with myself and the people around me. And Ragatha learns the exact same thing, and I hope that many more people who go through these struggles and feelings can do the same. I was super duper hyped for episode 6, even more than I was for episode 2. I think this is where we start to wrap up all the character conflicts, except for Jax, of course. So next video, I will give one last full breakdown of every character in the cast. So stick around if you want to see it.